There it is. Alright, 84 watching. Welcome back, fam. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Was a little boring, wasn't it? Not too much went on. I could take it. Too often do we get a bunch of spice in the weekend. Nobody gets to chill. Nobody gets to watch their sports, relax, and that's exactly what I did. To just take it easy. Feeling good. I don't know what's up with my voice. It's hit or miss. But I'm feeling rested. I hope everybody else is too. So welcome back for the weekly close. Right, really, where we started the weekend, aren't we? Good to have everybody here. Hopefully we get some new faces, and hopefully all the loyal Tom Crown fans are back. We'll start off this new week right. So let's take a look at our week. Been quite a week. Quite a week. Looking on the weekly here. Currently trading at 13,042. Lining up to be the highest weekly close. That's January 2028. Man, 2 years plus, 2.5 years. Been a long journey. But it's finally looking good. Finally looking good. Oh my. I'm gonna try to mute the mic whenever I have to clear my throat here, like right now. So I don't blast you guys. Having my too many charts problem. But here we are, so take a look at CME. Closed trading at 13,000 on the dot. Nice and round number. So where is it gonna open? Should be open in 45 minutes. 45 minutes, 2 hours before the weekly actually opens. So far, looking pretty likely that it just opens where it closed, doesn't it? Running at 1342, closed at 13. That would be interesting. No gap. I'll take it. I'd be okay with that. Let's see. Weekly RSI looking fresh. Very fresh. Slightly higher than August 10th. Excellent. Very excellent. Avoiding that bearish divergence just by a hair so far. Man, that's a close call. That's a very close call, but it is just peaking up, making a new RSI high, making everyone feel nice and comfortable that we're not painting bearish divergence as of this point. Let's see, this week opened at 11,514, traded as low as 11,4, rallied all the way up to 13,351, back down to 13,000. Quite a good week. If we look back at recent price action, looking to close the largest green week in quite some time. Coming off that middle Bollinger Band on the weekly, the 20 moving average, and clearing up now. Like it may even be above the weekly Bollinger Band high band. That it is, quite a bit above actually. Alright. Trend looks to be up. And so this isn't the worst possible sign. With the trend up, we can see that even back here in July and August, we were able to push that high up and continue rallying despite being at the top of the band. This no reason to find resistance here doesn't need to be here. Yep. That was back at 1250, and I said, there's no reason we're going to stop here. That doesn't even make sense. And we didn't. That is a good sign. Definitely going to be the highest close in this year and last year, with room to spare. We would actually have to flip this entire weekly candle red. We'd have to sell off all the way down to 11.5, knock on wood. In order for that not really to be true. Not looking very likely. But feeling solid about this close today. Pretty much the same position on the daily. Pushing out the top of those bands here, finding a little resistance. Four-hour, nice and tight, tightening again. Prices consolidating here. Dang, what is up with my voice? I didn't have any problem all weekend. No problem all weekend. And then this second, like I was doing the one-on-ones today, no problem doing the one-on-ones with the patrons. Then the second I turn this on, my voice is like, yeah, we're good. Okay, 4 hour. Okay, 2 hours and 40 minutes till close. The 20 moving average middle Bollinger Band on the 4 hour right at 1320. But I do believe looks like has acted as support today. Am I incorrect? Pretty close. Close. Last episode, we were looking on the hourly at this 2050 moving average kind of tango going on. I think it was right here when we started. And I was talking about how I wasn't really convinced, wasn't sold by that bearish cross. Looks like it was rejected. We did back test it as it flipped bullish, and we did get a rally. So that was pretty much what we were expecting to see. And then we got this ugly candle. This ugly candle took us right back to support at 12,927. Looks like it's held. Looks like it's held. Not too much action, really range bound so far. But there was a nice little reset on RSI. It does seem as if bullish momentum is having some trouble gaining power here. Struggling a little bit. Possibly looking to put in a double bottom on this 4 hour MACD histogram depending on where it closes here tonight. Leonardo Rocha, welcome to the fam, brother. Thank you for the subscribe. Good to have you. Yeah, I feel like I sound like Batman more than ever tonight. One of those nights. Got the CME looking to open right about where it closed so far, unless we see some action into this close. And BTCD, what's going on? BTCD pretty much continuing on. Pretty reflective of this price action we've seen in Bitcoin locally. You can see that sell-off pretty much. It was a little bit earlier than the Bitcoin sell-off here locally, but Bitcoin dominance flagging out. Flagging out. We have not seen this crazy wick correct yet. I still don't believe this wick is real up to 75 Bitcoin dominance. I don't see the corresponding price action across the market that would make that valid. We do see it on the daily still, as far as I know. No, we don't. It's been removed from the daily, so that is cool. That actually wasn't true as of a few hours ago. And I know it wasn't on the weekly. I don't think it ever was. So yeah, no, it's not. Still looking for reversal here. That may spell pain is still on the menu for alts in the weeks upcoming. Pretty caught up. Not too much. 161 watching, excellent. People are finding their way back. I've been liking this setup. I think we've had some good success now with, instead of scheduling the live, just going live. And for whatever reason, YouTube seems to like that more. Couldn't tell you. No explanation. That's pretty much how it is though. We just A/B test things and see what works, and it seems to be working. Little in-house news worth celebrating. As of today, October 25th, our channel is no longer after 9 months, I believe it was 9 months of battling. Finally, as of today, we have no strikes. Clean record. We went through a crazy period of time where this channel was under siege.
Party popper, Tom, can you please explain how profits are calculated on cross margin? Party popper, fire party popper, free Wi-Fi party popper.
Steph and Daedalus, thank you for the 5-man. How are profits calculated in cross margin? Man, I'm not even like warmed up and you're throwing these crazy questions at me. I don't even know if I have an answer for you. Basically, just adding all your positions together, right? So the cumulative profit or loss across them, across all the open positions. Oh, man. Voice, what? I'm struggling. I think that's the answer. I might have to like Google that for you. I think it's just the total position sum, right? It's not something I use often. The platforms I use, I don't typically use cross. Got a better answer for you. That's a question you can ask me like in the middle when I'm in my vibe and grooving. Right now you're catching me off guard, bro. Give me a little bit. I'll think about it. I don't think there's anything really more to that, is there? Not. One thing I did want to talk about today that I just got reminded of is this is the 25th of October. 25th of October tends to be an interesting time in Bitcoin. Last year, 24th, 25th, we got some crazy volatile price action. Crazy volatile. One of the biggest 24-hour moves in Bitcoin history. 42% gain before selling off. Double topping, finding a new bottom. That is just about exactly a year behind us at this point. You guys know I talk about these rolling time frames because I feel that's how a lot of people experience price action when they look at apps or websites or whatnot, where they say the change in the last year, meaning 365 days. What's interesting is that rolling yearly now, as tomorrow prints, will be cutting out those large gains that we're seeing, that large upward motion. Now will begin to be dropped out of those rolling yearly averages as this yearly window progresses forward. And that changes the landscape of what people are seeing when they look at that. An interesting time. Looking back before that, late October was the precursor, just a few days before this sell-off happened to 3,000. And looking back farther, we can see that the end of October is a pretty spicy time in general. October 25th right here in 2017 at 5,500. It's all a pretty impressive gain up to 8,000. all the way to 20. And the October before that, pretty similar. End of October, we see little consolidation into the 25th and the 26th. That's when we saw a sizable increase, 81%. So October is pretty consistently a spicy time of year, and specifically late October. See that again in 2015. Nice 80% gain. So I'm expecting some price action here into October's close. Doesn't necessarily dictate up. But looking back in history, it is a volatile time, so let's rip that chart open really quick here. This is on the monthly, not too much data to be seen. Let's down. All right, we're looking to close this weekly as a bullish engulfed volatility candle. Not bad. Too shabby. Typically, we see when this does happen, we have a few examples. More often than not, we get at least another week, if not 2 weeks, of continued increasing volatility. We have an example here, February 24th, 2020. An example here, April 29th, 2019. Late October 2018. So things are setting up on a bigger stage here to see an interesting close, as we've been hoping for. Seeing the highs come down. Real divergence to speak of. It may be time to see this descending volatility change course.
Tom, did you see where someone reverse engineered the McDonald's app to show where all of the McDonald's that have broken ice cream machines are? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, sir, Josh, for the 5. I actually did see that, and I did not actually even look at the data because I assumed that they were all just, they're all closed, because I don't know if I've ever seen one operate. That is pretty cool, though. I thought that was interesting. I saw that on Reddit. There's some smart folks out there doing some very random things with their time. I guess everybody's dealing with 2020 differently, right? Thank you, brother. You guys always throw me off course. I love it. Throw me those curveballs. Keep me sharp. Yeah, that volatility. High probability in the next, I would honestly say the next 48 hours to see some high volatility. We've seen it historically. Certainly a good time in price action to see some, whether that's to the upside or downside, yet to be seen. Yet to know at this point. But Monday, I would assume we'll see it tomorrow. I'm still eyeing that 13.8. Don't know why we wouldn't see 13.8. Doesn't seem very Bitcoinish. Do not test that. That monthly resistance. Not very typical of Bitcoin to not want to push up and seek that liquidity and the stop losses that are there. Hourly not looking as strong as it did this morning. Either way, keep your eyes peeled into this close. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it and say the probable close here is gonna be likely around 13,000. Not expecting much into the close, but I do have high hopes for tomorrow. High hopes coming into tomorrow, into this new week. Man, I just cannot get my voice clear. Keeps cutting out. I talk too much. Yeah, I'm not a huge McDonald's ice cream guy. Although I won't lie, man. I complained, in the last episode that McDonald's got rid of the one thing I liked. I will say, out of all the things on the menu at McDonald's, their ice cream is not the worst. It's actually pretty good. But I can't even remember the last time I had it. So, you are correct, Sir Tennis. It's good to see you here, brother. Yeah, 180 viewers. It's awesome. You guys are killing it. It's awesome to everybody here. This last week has been amazing to stream. Amazing to stream. Especially if you compare it to all of September, those 3 months before October. This has been a good time. I love sharing it with you guys. It's freaking dope. New faces are coming back. Old faces are returning. I'm trying to read the chat. Sorry if I didn't answer your question well, Steven. I don't think that there is much else to that. I have to look into it. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. Man, we got a troll trolling me about losing my voice. Now we're back in business. We got the trolls back. Someone making fun of me for losing my voice. Whatever, bro. Whatever. All good. Nah, I'm losing it. It's like cutting out. I have to keep clearing my throat. Yeah, right. Let's see, who's all here today? Are you guys here today? Who got first? Digimedia dude getting first. Knights for Christ getting second. Emmett Wilson getting third. Finally have all the chat for once while I'm streaming. Nick D. Who's here, bro? We had a good chat today. Shah Yusuf, Money Flicker. It's the Hypnotic Weekly Close brought to you by Shadow Raid Legends. Disclaimer, not actually sponsored by Shadow Raid Legends. Aaron Montel, VC, Wolfpack Crypto, Sharknado, what's up, bros? Shelly Mash. I made up French friend, I don't know. That's it all, how you say it. I do backflips, one blurred edge. Matthew Miller, what's up, guys? Welcome back, Tails. Pest Master. Brandon Whit. The close is upon us. 3 hours now. 3 hours till the weekly close is here. And just a few minutes, actually, until CME resumes trading. And I need to, actually get rid of these charts. Should I do that? I think I should do that. Just bomb all these. Boop. Get out of here. Alright, now I won't be so lost. We'll just open them as we need them. Tomas. Crypto Dummy. Ja, my brother. Ja is back. Belloster. Josh Durham, of course. Swim 209. What's this here? Cloudy O, I haven't seen you here. Welcome. Dirk Van Meer. Welcome as well. Astronaut Renee, what's up, dude? See you, Randy Langston. I guess you didn't get an alert. That's why you gotta be in Discord. YouTube almost, I don't know, 50% of the time maybe gives people alerts. Lucky. Or it's super important. E-Rod, why do you have sunglasses on? Why do you not have sunglasses? That's the question.
Prince Light Skin Tone Cowbell Hot Bell Party Popper Popcorn Fire Alarm Clock Let's Go Corn.
It had a good beat to it. Fire alarm clock. Digging it. We should have a contest. Who can make the best speech to text emoji. Rhyme? Rhyme? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know, like song. Something like that. Fire alarm plug. I like that combo. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Mr. G. My man. For the 5. Dino Mike. Man, my voice is failing me. Snake. I'm a Jed. You know. Alec Ortega. Chim Chim. Spam it. Sir Lucius Wiggles. 3rd. Justin Moon. Stefan Daedalus. Getting you again. Master Benny. Good to have you back, brother. Good to have you frequenting the show again. Justin French. Lars. Scylla. Sean Gardner. Leonardo Rocha. Let's get into the Amy, the wonderful Amy. Looking for lower. Everybody looking for lower. Who else? Everybody looking for lower? I feel like that's just been the case since March. So, well, I hope everybody gets it who's waiting for it. The wonderful Sylv, Jason, Roderick, Tennis Hill, the Troll, Aaron, Olin, Jason Broderick, Hey Type Computers, False Flags, what's up, brother? Alright, I'm back. Yeah, this is as many as we're getting. Chirag, what's up, dude? Felix, there we go. And Josh Moore. Got them all. Love all you guys. Thank you for being. Yeah, it's magic internet money, guys. That's why we love it. It's magic. Alright, what do we want to look at today? Hey, Titan. What's up, dudes? A lot of new names today. Bullish on crypto. I'm always bullish on crypto. There's no other way to be. You're bearish on crypto. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing with your life. LTC, where are you at today? Yeah, or we're doing on Litecoin. Still in our wedge. Moving up though. I'm gonna test the top of this wedge. Abby. Really, I went back and looked at this. Yes, this is kind of what I was looking for. This is technically a different pattern, but that's okay. Really though, it's just the highs coming down and the lows coming up until it broke out, so I guess I still am looking for the same thing. Could be. Either way, if we see Litecoin USD breakout, at this point not too far away, I would guess that that's going to bode well for everything else. Typically, we haven't seen this breakout in a long time. It had a kind of too early breakout on its halving and has failed to set any real higher highs since. Litecoin, rather large cap, though it has slipped in the rankings over this year. Fully expect to see it regain some of that past luster. This really needs to break any of the highs. You can see them coming down, 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 down pretty consistently. At this point, what does it even need? It just needs like 62, maybe a 68 to confirm. Impossible. Daily moving averages all pointing up at this point. The 50 and 200 crossed bearish right before this rally and pretty much instantly uncrossed. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. Not a lot of Not really seeing any divergence or anything special. I think it's just going to come down to those trends. Those trend lines are likely the only really signals we're going to need here for this coin. Just see the high trend, see the highs, wait for them to break. Yep. This is likely the only thing we need for Litecoin. Break one of these. Probably a good placement. Break up or down, do it. What else? Yeah, I'm bullish on Litecoin long term, definitely. Definitely am. And if you've been following the BTC pair, it's hard not to be. Hard not to be. Until, okay, this is on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, the Bitcoin pair, RSI flagging out. Pretty spicy. That's gonna push it one way or the other. Very, very useful information there. Up or down. We've been watching this flag during the last episode, looking to take a long. Hopefully some of you did, because we got the breakout, and now we're just seeing at this point series of higher highs and higher lows. Looking solid. We took the highs of September and potentially retracing, looking to find support there. Slop. This is an old chart. Still in the downtrend though, till it exceeds 0048. Really, I'm looking for 005. Make it a clean number. You can see that quite a bit of resistance is likely to be found here, as price failing to break through that level, using it as resistance and support before really selling off hard. Fake out, broke 004, but looks like now a fake out, bullish engulfed on the daily back above, and has not looked back since. Definitely showing some strength. Though it would not surprise me to see it trade pretty sideways and up, kind of resume this channel it was in earlier, what I'm looking for here, and then hopefully seeing a break up. That's really what I'm hoping. I've waited and waited for this, for the Litecoins to move, and I'm just gonna keep waiting. But it does seem that it may be ready finally to break out of its curse and leave these super low numbers behind. So I'm keeping my eye very close on this one. Very close. Gonna be some sweet, sweet gains. Ever it's able to do that. Man, what do I need to do to get my voice to stop crapping out on me when I go to talk? Any tips? Ugh. Let's take a look at some different time frames here. 4 hour. I'm looking for that 4 hour, maybe double bottom on MACD. Potentially on the 4 hour, seeing the bullish divergence on these swing lows as they're failing to make new lows, but also bearish divergence on the highs, unfortunately, as they're also failing to make higher highs on our side. AVM841, I missed you, sorry, but it's great to have you here. Thanks for following, subscribing. What do we call it on YouTube?
Link popper, party popper, party popper, party popper, party popper, party popper, press the like.
Pop, press the like. Maybe we can take a look at the link. Seeing the same thing here on these longer 6 hour, not that long, but somewhat longer time frames. We're seeing the lows come up with RSI come down, and unfortunately, same thing with the highs. We're getting bullish divergence on the lows, bearish divergence on the highs. Not a clear sign yet. I was just looking at Link earlier. So definitely willing to take a look again. What is this crap? Bunch of wicks to... Okay, this chart's not good. Don't think Link ever traded at 10k, my knowledge. Though this chart says that it did over and over again on the weekly. And on the daily, okay. The busted chart. Moving on. So I was looking at Link earlier today. BTC pair still hasn't broken out of this pattern we're looking for, finding that 001 resistance rather strong here. Daily looks like, yeah, it closed right below it. Looks like it rejected again, potentially coming down for another higher low. Nothing of note on our indicators, fortunately for that. Hmm, 50 daily, maybe acting as the resistance there, not the...
YouTube famous BTC king, first of his name, crypto lord of the realm, muted the great OMG. Wrecked city is still homeless, hoping for Phoenix online degree.
Well, at least he's got the McDonald's soft serve though, because he can find out where he can get it. It'll keep him company. Yeah, we can look at OMG, brother Josh. I should have just kept that one up. I did have it up actually until I closed all the tabs at once. Let me finish with Link here, and then we can take a look. So Link. Oh, Link, what do we do with you? Yesterday, pushed out of its ascending wedge bearish formation here, closed above, and looks like sold back under now. What I'd really like to see, and as I was eyeing earlier, this candle was a little higher. I'd like to see Link close at 1233 today. Pretty close to where price is now, nothing too crazy, not a big ask. I'd like to see it close at about 1%. I'd like to see it close above that wedge, that hook and go pattern that we were speculating on the other day. Break above the wedge, back test as resistance, and move up.
What do you think about BTC Cash? I seen some forecast of $1,000 per.
Yo, American citizen. Thank you, brother, for the 5. We can take a look at BCH as well. Load it up. Load it up. Let me get through Link and then OMG. Then we can get to the old BCHs. I appreciate you. Thank you. Looks like we got a queue. Okay. Looking for 233 close on Link for that hook and go. Really want to see it do this, because when we look at the Bitcoin pair, it's not giving us any great sign. It's stuck in what could be this bear flag, and we don't want to see it fall back into the channel here. And combined with this ascending wedge, don't close above it. Not a great outlook on it. Especially with this bearish flag looking thing on the BTC pair. But longer term, zoomed out, we do have the Trace Titos. Nice reversal pattern. So the close today is going to be rather important in my book. If we do close back under in this wedge, I'm going to be looking for this 100 moving average daily to act as support at 11:45. And if we don't get a bounce there, that is not going to be a good sign. Keeping my eyes peeled for that 1233-ish area, which I'd like to see that. Finding resistance there. No bearish divergence on this high on 4 hour though, so don't see a reason why it won't move back up. Cutting it close.
Not encouraging people you care about to buy BTC is about as ethical as pushing someone down the stairs.
Well, don't push people down the stairs, man. X-Cho guy, thank you, brother. Man, everybody's hitting with these fives today. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to whip another one. I appreciate you guys. You guys are dope. Are the best. Little promising thing here though, on the 4 hour we have bullish divergence on lows for RSI, leaving us with some hope that we will close the daily above that level. Really looking for that. And until that close, there's not going to be much else, I don't think, to look for. We have the 100 daily underneath us. We have 1233 as our target to close today. And if we close it, likely going to see continuation up to the 1368 area. Okay. Moving along, because we've got a whole bunch queued up now. OMG. One of the, probably the most viewed coins on this channel because of Josh. See where we're at. Never broke $3.02 again. That is good. So far, no divergence. Bearish divergence on the highs on the 4 hour. Looks like 328 coming in to act as support yet again on this daily candle. I'll complain about that. Looks like the dance continues. Race Tito's as well. Digging all these Tito's. Let's see. Maybe we have a new high trend here, a little softer. Maybe low trend. Still in the same pattern for all intents and purposes that it's been in. Really just trading sideways. I would like to see that 320, 328, 37. Really would like to see that act as support here. Close the day above it. And ideally have a bullish engulfing green candle the next day would be set up how we're looking. The week of the consensus. Still waiting to confirm this weekly bullish divergence on the lows, and just like all those weeks ago when I saw it in September, I think the odds are in favor of that. Zooming out, this is just a pretty little flag. Doesn't even look that much different than its previous action. Low and then series of higher lows and sideways trading. Low, sideways trading. Hopefully higher low still holding on. So Link still looking good, buddy. Still looking good. Hasn't been too spicy, but not spicy is better than bad. Yeah, this alert still hasn't gone off. Maybe adding another one here at 365. voice did me so well today, and then camera goes on. Yeah, looking fine. Still, as I've been saying for a month plus, nothing really to worry about here. Just trading sideways. That's good. You don't want to see it trading down. So that's really all I have about this. Sorry, buddy. Someday I will have very exciting news for you. It will likely be whenever the heck this weekly divergence confirms and plays out. You have to break 60 RSI on the weekly. You're good to go. Bitcoin Cash. $203 monthly support. Looks to be holding rather nicely. Not looking too great on the 4 hour here for these highs. Got some bearish divergence as you're approaching this trend line. Not what you want to see, but this is the 4 hour. We're probably going to need to zoom out to get a real view of what's going on here. Same thing on the daily. Not looking great. Not looking great, unfortunately. This is the shorter term outlook. Weekly looks fine still, but well, you said you saw predictions of $1,000. Sure. I mean, it's traded that high before. Maybe you said 10,000. I said 1,000 plus minus. $1,000. I think that's totally reasonable. This is saying in a long-term, looking outward from now until the end of the next bull run cycle. $1,000 is not an unreasonable target. Weekly, still moving up. Weekly looks to be flipping bullish on the MACD. That's a good sign. However, likely to find some resistance here. There's a few levels. 375 on the monthly, looking to offer resistance, and at 443. I think you'll have a clearer picture of this if, and this is looking likely, but if we close this monthly on BCH 6 days to go above 273.56, that's only $1.50, $1.60 up. Not unreasonable to be looking for. We'll close the monthly bullish engulfed and likely lead to continuation up to that area. This is a funky looking chart on the quarterly. What is it? I'm not even looking. It's a weird looking early. I'm going to take that off. Okay. So the good thing about this is there really isn't a whole lot above this 375 and 443 area. Definitely going to be a little bit of resistance levels here. It's 683, 1350, but looking left, there just wasn't a lot of trading, not a lot of reason to find resistance. Once you get above that 443, there was a previous support at 683. That's about it. Maybe you take the top of these wicks for about a 500. It's going to be a psychological area of resistance, and February is swing high at that level. But we're seeing these monthly closes moving up slowly. I think that it's going to be important for this monthly close above $273.56 for BCH. Hit that close, and then I think you start looking up. Start looking up. Our RSI is weird. This whole chart's weird. It's like looking doable. Yeah, not much else to say about it. If we don't get if you don't get the 273 close that we're looking for, my eyes would be set again back down to the 200 365 area. It's held a support solidly. Haven't really been able to close much anywhere near it. Seems the level that bulls are supporting. So until then, likely just range bound, as we've seen, from 203 to 375. Boom. Done with BCH. I got through them all. All of them. I'm gonna have the girl bring Dee. Bring me a thing of water, 'cause I'm dying here. It's also freezing in this room. Wonder if that's part of it. I don't know about you guys where you are, but it is freezing in my apartment right now. Out of nowhere. It was like 70s. Then all of a sudden, it's like colder in my apartment than it is outside, I'm pretty sure. $183 watching. Good numbers still. Good numbers. Good to have everybody here. Let's actually pull up CME quick. I know that we're not going to have the data yet, but I think it should be available in 5 or 10 minutes, so we might as well have it up in preparation. So far, looks like our prediction is spot on. Price 13,024, B 13,024, and CME closed at 13,000. Really weird is that on the tab of this, it actually says that 12,970. I don't know. Yeah, there, Matthew. It's that time of year, man. That time of year where they be kicking on these computers into higher drive to heat my apartment. Oh, thank God she brought me water. That's right. Thank God. That helps. Really know what else to do if it doesn't. Alright. 6 hour. MACD showing a little unconfirmed, but signs of painting bullish divergence. 12 hour will have none of it. None of it. Been racking my brain. Over this. Trying to find an edge in the short term. So I think we found the edge in the long term. Too much supporting evidence. Too much to change my mind at this point, but short term. Looking at 12 hour, looking at daily RSI. Does look like it wants to pull down a little bit. Little pull down. Then likely a rally again, because I don't see why it won't go to 13.8. But the magic is, at 13.8, are we going to have a higher RSI high? going to avoid bearish divergence on the daily. I mean, if we sell off here, we have it. Have higher high in price, lower high in our side, but if we look at this trip so far, we can see pretty clear path. Pretty clear path here at these lows coming up. And so something like this would not be out of the question. That's what I'm looking for. The longer it trades sideways, the less powerful that pullback has to be. As you can see that this RSI, just by trading sideways, is already starting to come down and meet that line. That's what I'm really looking for. The 12-hour, if you're a patron, you know I've been looking at that for a while, this RSI trend line. Been holding pretty solid. Been looking for a retest there. Falling back down. Bounce. You can see that's what we did here on the 12-hour. Early October is really exactly what I'm looking for. Price traded virtually sideways while RSI moved down, kind of threatened the same bearish divergence we're seeing now at this high, met the low trend and moved back up. That's what we need again. We need the exact same thing to happen. Same slow move down to ascending trend before boop 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 moving up, putting in a higher high. And what we really need this time is to surpass the previous high in August, hitting at 89.06. Certainly doable. Certainly doable. But this is all speculation. At this point, this is just defining the parameters of what we need to continue the rally. So far, so good. And even this price action is already looking pretty similar. We had like the initial high. We only had lower highs till we had like this sell-off area. Rallied again for a higher high, and then traded sideways with higher lows and lower highs. So something we can do if we're looking at this as a fractal is something we can do if we're looking at this to be a fractal is we can say, all right, we have our low, we have our high, and pretty much whichever direction breaks first is likely the direction the next move is going to be in. Really, you can see this was the same case back here. These two values almost overlapping. Claudio. Welcome, Claudio. Good to have you, fam. Thank you for the follow. We see this back in September too. We have a low and a high established, and then just traded a range. Broke the high, and that's the direction we moved. This is a very visible pattern, actually. That's been playing out twice in a row, maybe 3 times in a row. That's what I'm looking for, though. I'm always looking for these patterns. And it's not that I'm looking for them because I expect them to always repeat. In fact, it's the opposite. I don't expect them to repeat over and over and over again. I expect them to break. And so what I'm looking for is those conditions which break them. Because we can use that in our trading. So we have these highs, swing low, whatever. And we see that when one of them breaks, it tends to move in that direction. Broke up, movement up. It's at a range. Broke up, moved up. So now we might have another range. You might be seeing that repeat again. And what we're going to look for is either a break of 13,361, and we'll expect continuation then, or a break here, break down at 12,722. Yes, you can take this other wick low as well. You can say it's 12,698, whatever, same difference. We can take either one. And these are our ranges. This is our trading range until we break one. I think that is the most probable scenario that we're in right now. It looks right. Move to the upside, looking for 13.8, like we have been. Move to the downside, looking for at least 12.5. Can you dig it? I can dig it. CME boot up yet? Boom, there we go. CME. CME joining us in the new week now. Opening with a gap below. Gap below. As has been the bad lately. Opening with these gaps below. 13,000 to 13,065. Not really a gap. Very tiny. Very small. But nonetheless a gap. So let's mark it on our chart. Color. New gap. Bing, 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 bing. So gaps. 13,065 down to 13,000. Still technically have an open gap here, 11,470 to 11,425. And below that, 11,225 to 11,205. And still the gap from July. Still partly open, 9,665 to 9,850. Gaps on gaps on gaps. Gaps on gaps. Far as the eye can see. It opened slightly up. Ever so slightly. Where are those? Whatever, I don't care. Cool. Not very exciting. $65 off on my prediction that it would open where it closed. Let's see. Still struggling. I didn't really expect this line to be in play, but I think it's still struggling with it. I think this range may not be valid anymore. Let's see. Sure. No real. Sideways trading. An hour 4. So close. Not looking bad. Still good viewership, 185, I dig it. But makes me wish my voice was crapping out, because then I would be truly loving it. You see 120 likes, that's pretty good too. 190 watching, that's pretty good. If you haven't yet, friendly reminder, no pressure. If you could, spare a like. Really helps the video, helps the visibility. Very much appreciated. 24, 26, pretty good. Dope. Nice. Thank you guys. And it is that time of month now, as we're getting into the close here. What, 1, 2, 3, 7 days a week. Razd. Baroque Samad. Welcome, fam. Good to have you guys here. Thank you for following. It's good to see our family growing. Make sure you new guys who are here for the first few times, or anyone who hasn't yet, make sure you're in Discord. We're live almost daily here. Pretty much daily. But unfortunately, you won't get an alert daily from YouTube. Really hit or miss, and the only way to keep up with our live streams is to be in that Discord. Link is in the chat below, or to the side where your chat is. As we do go live at different times, we are spice hunters of the highest caliber. And we go live whenever the market dictates we do so. If there's nothing going on, typically 4 p.m. East is when we do our lives. But we've gone on at all times. We've gone on in the morning, late at night. Whenever the moves are here, we follow. So, want those alerts if you want to know when we deem it worthy enough to get on from the price action. Discord is the only way. Maysam on 2 wheels. What's up, man? Welcome. I'm loving all these follows. Really awesome to see new subscribers. Because new subscribers means there's new viewers, which means people are paying attention to crypto again. It's a great sign. Great sign. Love it. Oh yeah, got distracted. Thank you for the follows. 1 week until November, so it is time again. Start talking about the patron. Patron is a education trading based group. Highly recommend, if you plan on, or if this sounds like it's for you, waiting until November 1st. Sign up. Patreon bills on the 1st, so if you sign up before then, you'll essentially get charged and then charged again on the 1st. I don't want that to happen to anyone. That's why I recommend waiting to the 1st. And the patron is education based for people who are looking to become better traders or looking to learn how to trade at all. And it is full of exclusive educational content, daily technical analysis, trade setups, and one-on-one mentoring sessions weekly available, included with me. I guess also if you wanted it with someone else, I could set that up, I don't know. Yeah, if you're looking to become a better trader, to become self-sufficient in reading charts, Patreon might be for you. Check it out. Link is also in the chat. And I highly recommend waiting until November if you are interested. Go ahead, ask any of the current patrons how they feel about it. I'm sure they'll be honest. I think that most people are finding it to be a very solid value, and that's what I'm striving to provide. Yeah. That's it. I don't feel like my voice is going. I'm not in the shill mood for Patreon. Sorry, everybody. I was getting really excited. Hear me talk. I'll have to shill it later. Later in the month.
Can we peek at Nokia and Maxar? NASA has new contract with both.
Nico Goa. Nikoi. Isn't that the company that was like a fake company? Oh, Nokia. Man, I just read that totally wrong. My bad. I was thinking Nikola. I was like, isn't that like fake company? Nokia. Georgian Bazga. What's up, man? Welcome. Good to have you here. Is this what I'm looking at? What is... Trading View always confuses me with like 800 tickers for the same stock, and I don't know. Similar. I'm just gonna Google this. Unless maybe I should ask people to include ticker. Okay, it is this. Right. Not currently trading because this is a stonk. Stonk. I guess daily gap still open above. Let me get situated. Never looked at this chart before. It's fugly. Take a look at the monthly. Zoom on out. See on. There we go. Okay. Interest. Alright, a little weak divergence here on these lows. This is some big old chart history. That is good. Looks like on the monthly has a gap yet to be unfilled all the way up here. Surveying. All right, let's get to it. Earnings coming up at the end of the month. Earnings, man. I'm not a super stock guy, but I have heard the old rule of thumb is that you don't bet on... Let everyone makes their own trades. Oh, some bearish divergence play out here. But we may have seen that already play. Sell off. Highs come down. There. You have that gap above at 665. If I was playing this long, that's probably where my target would be. Certainly where my target would be if I was playing it long. Don't see the argument yet. That. I'm gonna keep looking here for. I was looking to go short. Almost certainly would be looking in this zone. 287. Maybe fib will help. Where are we? Oof. All right. One. Almost a 618. Wasn't. Close. This is a funky chart, my friend. I'm not sold on this. Not sold on this yet. No, I'm seeing two things. Could be. This is inverted, so everything I say is the opposite here. Could be seeing a head and shoulders. Again, inverted. We could be looking at this 665. I do like this high. Was to fill the gap. I do like the area that the next gap is in. A nice distance from price. It looks like a nice target for an inverse head and shoulders. Makes it, as I suspected. Man, I got an eye. As I suspected, this gap is right at the 2 extension. From this swing high to swing low. That'd be my measured move. The fancy little move. Just don't see the argument for it to move up here, unfortunately, yet. Maybe if I look at a smaller time frame, we will. I guess there is some here. Alright, this is technically bullish divergence as well on these lows. There's no local bearish divergence on the highs. Okay. I'm liking this more the more I look at it. That was a weak double top RSI. Struggling to gain momentum though, it seems. Not really digging it on the 4 hour. Right. Well, I guess what you could say is 5-10 breaks. You got a pretty good run to 665. Not a huge area of resistance really, I feel like, till you get up there all the way to 689. Daily does look like it's trying to paint a inverse head and shoulders here. Plenty of room. 62 on the daily RSI, that's spot to be. 4 hour just seems to be struggling to gain momentum, and I'm not a huge fan of that. right here in the middle of the range. It's like a 50% move up, 50% move down. And we got this area right here for the 0.5 retrace to the 618. Right above, literally the 0.5 is like where this gap is. I wouldn't trade this till we had a clearer sign, and I might even really just look, if I wanted to trade this, to play this breakout. Break this high, a good chance of running to that gap. That absolutely validates that inverse head and shoulders if you retake this high. And when you do, you don't have bearish divergence. So good luck on this one. I've spent enough time, I can't. I'll need to come back to this, but this is looking like my probable, this looks like the probable pattern. Might get some noise because the 4 hour and 1 hour aren't really as convinced here. Maybe get some like noise like this first. I would wait for this earnings. The end of the month, I'd wait for the earnings here. I would see how they're doing. End of October, whatever. I'd say if that news is good, likely to gap. Open a gap here, something like that. If the news is bad, we'll probably see that other pattern kind of play out with maybe a lower low with bullish divergence. I don't know. Good luck on that one, brother. Good luck on that one. Nice, we have a good amount of new people in the Discord. Great to see it. Check on the health of the stream. Seems we've lost some viewers. That's okay. Nice. But aren't having any issues. We are still locatable. A little concerning how steadily this has dropped off, though. I feel like it's probably right as I started looking. I feel like right as I was watching, whatever it is. Yeah, probably like the exact second viewers went down. We're mostly a crypto channel, but in all honesty, we're a charts channel. So let me look at whatever. Dropping heavy.
For the lost souls.
For the lost soul. No, dude, don't worry about it. We're a charts channel, man. We look at everything. We mostly look at crypto, but we'll look at whatever. We're here for technical analysis. There's such pattern as a double head and shoulder. Not really. What would you mean, like two heads and shoulders? Not sure what that would be, like two head and shoulders next to each other, like holding hands. That might have come off weird, but I'm dead serious. Like I'm trying to like envision what you're thinking. I mean, look at F. Yeah, actually, I don't think we did look at F. I don't think anything's changed since last time. We can pull it up. Does anybody remember what we talked about last time with F? You remember time we talked about F? Chart. My hands are so cold, I'm like hitting all the wrong buttons. Stupid fingers. Where is I had a chart here. We were looking for 400. Looking for 400. Had it written out. Where did it go? That's annoying. I need to spend a day and just, like, delete, or maybe better label my charts out. That's what I get for closing all of them at once. Oh well. We were looking for 400. 25th. We might have gotten 400 that day. Did we get a test of 400 that day? I think we did. It was like 2 days ago. Might have been 3. Oh, we were looking for 400. Looks like we got it. It's good, I guess. Basically, I see us ranging at the moment. No, we didn't quite get it. Alright, so I'm still looking for a 400 touch. Looks like the hourly line, or 4 hour, looking to paint some bullish divergence here. Fortunately, the 4 hour, this high on F did not catch any bearish, so we don't have many signals of down on short time period. But I think that it's looking for that clean move to the 400. And that's going to be important, what we see when we get there. I'm looking for... gonna be looking for signs there once we hit 400, if we do. For the next move, basically if we don't get the signals we're looking for on F at 400, we have 380. Did not get back tested. Doesn't necessarily have to, but that would be a strong place to look to open a position. If we do get what we're looking for at 400, then I think we're going to be looking for a move to 433. Emmanuel Juan Packard. Sorry if I butchered that, but welcome, friend. Good to have you here. Nothing has changed on that then, so looking for 400. If we get there and we painted a solid bullish divergence at 400, some kind of candle close, probably like a 4 hour daily close above it. We'll be looking for a move to 433. If we don't get what we're looking for, 388. And when we looked at this last time, I was basically saying it might be the worst time to open a trade on F when we looked at it last time, because it's really just kind of in the middle of this trading range. 388 to 433. And what I'm looking for really with this touch to 400 is to change that trading range and move it up. So it's about 4 to 433. Kind of narrow in this range to this zone. Because currently it should be about right here. Not a great place to take a position. If you want to take a position, I'd be looking closer to 400, as low as 388. But that's looking solid, just series of higher highs, higher lows. Climbing on up, looking to come back up to August highs, just as Bitcoin has. Much else there. Yeah, weekly solid. Trading sideways. Inside. Right above support. Alright, seems like we picked some of the viewers back up. Not too many, 150. It's been a good stream so far. You guys have done awesome. Thank you so much. 141 likes, 152 watching. That's professional. Professional. Bumping us. I wonder if a bunch of those gammy streams. Yeah, dominating the top of the surge. Boost. Yes, make sure to keep your eyes out for it. $1,000X. What coins? I think 1,000X. Low cap coins that are close to or at all-time lows in Bitcoin pair. That's the boring answer. But likely the correct one. So cold. I have to kick up computers for the next stream. I'm like, my feet are asleep. Like, my toes are asleep. They're so cold. My fingers are all numb. Oh. Hopefully tomorrow brings more spice, because today was not spice. Someone just pointed this out to me, Mr. John Doof. Maybe a CME gap. He could be right. Maybe a CME gap at way up here, and he is correct. I wonder why no one's ever talked about this. Never heard anyone talk. Technically, there's a few. But this is definitely a gap. Definitely a gap. I'm at 16. Certainly that's a gap. If it's over the weekend, here it is. Nice. Good eye, John. Thank you for that. I've never heard anyone point this out. Huh. Pretty cool. Definitely. There's more of them. Really just riddled with gaps. This is a gap here. Huh. That might have been filled on this, right? That was filled. Cool. Well, that is a gap. Good eye. No matter how you slice it, that is a gap. Green candle open lower, that's a gap. Boom, boom. No price action ever traded there again. Sweet. Not sure what that might be helpful, but it's a good eye. Good catch. Alright. Well. Hype's dropping a little bit. We're 2 hours in. Might be that. Might be. I used altcoins from S-Coin. Time. Distribution. Protocol. How the coins are distributed. Going forward, not just initial distributions. Really time. You have to wait. Everything's an S-Coin until proven otherwise. Thank you, American Citizen. These are actually, this is I hand-picked these songs. Let me see. I don't even have a playlist. It doesn't like provide me. Okay. It doesn't provide me with a playlist, but I have 12 hours of hand-picked songs, all not copyrighted, from the year plus, where we were just always live. So I like the song. Appreciate that you do. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. Especially because my voice is being crappy. Hype's going down. Hype's died a little bit. Dropped off. Bitcoin doesn't seem to be moving much. Unlikely to see anything really into this close. Hour and 10 minutes. It's possible. So I think what we're gonna do is thank everybody for being here. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're in the Discord so you can catch us tomorrow. As always, if it gets crazy tonight, we'll be on again tonight. I think this is a pretty natural time. Much as and so I thank everybody for being here. You guys are the best. I love all of you, every single one. Welcome to all our new fam. Man, there's a bunch of them. Like 10, 15 people. Great to have you guys. Look forward to spending the future, I don't know, forever here with you guys. Tune in next time. If it gets interesting tonight, look out for our stream because we'll be back. I'll catch you guys later.